and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College News Magazine. I'm your host, Dawn Alford, CBC's Assistant Director for College Relations. From offering academic camps for middle school students to providing undergraduate research courses for university-bound college students, there's something for everyone at CBC. Chemistry professor Keeley Gant will join us later to discuss CBC's undergraduate research course, and her student Eric Pineda will share his research and explain how it's helping him in his pursuit to becoming a dentist. But first, we're joined by Keeley Gant, the Director for Workforce Enrollment. Well, welcome.
Thank you, Dawn.
Now, Keeley, in your position, you're charged with increasing the enrollment numbers of non-traditional students in the technical and professional and technical careers. Tell us about this.
Sure. Well, as you know, there's a underrepresentation of men and women in the non-traditional fields, and by that I mean, well, most often this is due, as you know, to a lack of exposure or information about a career field or an industry. Sometimes it might be for a lack of self-esteem or confidence in that individual, and also the negative stereotypes that society has placed on individuals that choose those non-traditional tracks. It's really important that we try to focus on providing options to all our students and education of all pathways that are available to each of our students.
Okay, so what have you done in the past to help these students explore these possibilities?
Well, with the use of the Carl Perkins funds, CBC has been very fortunate to offer a few activities or events on campus for students. We've had a Trading Spaces event, which is designed for introducing both men and women to healthcare options, as well as a girls robotics or design camp. We've also hosted a GLAM event, or Girls Learning About Manufacturing event, on our campus. We're excited that in April we'll be able to offer a new event. It's called GEMS, or Girls Engaged in Math Success.
All right, so tell us more about GEMS. What is this event?
Well, this will be April 9th through the 11th. It's a 3-night evening program. It's from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening. There's 2 tracks. One track is for the students that attend, and we are looking for 8th and 9th grade students at our local area to attend that are looking to maybe increase their algebra skills or gain some additional confidence in that field. And there is a second track, which is specifically for the parents, where parents will get to learn more about career and college planning, looking at financial aid scholarships, also learn more about our dual credit opportunities at the college for students, as well as hearing from a keynote speaker that we're hoping to really help inspire and motivate the young girls to consider math.
Wonderful. So again, when will this event be held?
The event is April 9th through the 11th. It will be at the Jardy Center in the CBC Hub or H building on the Pasco campus. And again, it's from 6 to 8. We will have a variety of different speakers, instructors, as well as the students have an opportunity to learn about our career and technical education programs in engineering and manufacturing.
Great. Now I know space is limited, so how do they go about registering?
Space is restricted to the first 50 students who turn in completed registration forms. And again, that's for 8th and 9th grade girls. Registration is very easy. There's an online packet that students can access by going to our website at www.columbiabasin.edu/GEMS, GEMS, again for Girls Engaged in Math Success. My contact information and phone number is there as well, and students can register online.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Keeley.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
We'll be right back.
Looking for a career where you are needed, can travel, and earn an excellent wage? In the next 3 to 5 years, more than 40% of the nuclear energy workforce will be eligible to retire. Columbia Basin College Nuclear Technology Program provides training to become radiation protection technicians, non-licensed operators, and instrument and control technicians. Here's your chance to become part of the nuclear workforce. Train today to power up your career.
Did you know that CBC offers its students an opportunity to do undergraduate research? With us now is chemistry professor Keeley Gant to talk about this a little bit more. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you, Dawn.
So, listen, undergraduate research at a community college, is this pretty rare?
It is fairly rare. Most undergraduate research opportunities occur at major universities or perhaps in the senior year at a four-year college. So this is a unique opportunity for undergraduate students at a community college.
Wow. So what value does this bring to its students?
They get to use advanced instrumentation, and they get some exposure to research techniques that they might see in the real world. And perhaps more importantly, it does allow them to develop their creative thinking and problem-solving skills, and that's something that's very important in all areas.
Now, CBC's offered this course for a number of years. Could you tell us about some of the neat research that you've conducted in the past years?
My research course is devoted to natural product chemistry, and we have done research projects on a number of the plants that are native to this area, such as bitterbrush and Oregon grape. We've also done some projects for some of the lavender farms in the Northwest. They've gotten us to analyze constituents for different types of lavender and hybrids. We've done a great deal of work with trees and some of the products from trees. One of the interesting ones we did was with Trema cannabina, which is a small tree from American Samoa. And when we analyzed the bark from that tree, we were very surprised to see that there was quite a bit of vanillin. And vanillin is an expensive flavoring that you usually get from an orchid from Mexico and Madagascar. So this might present a new source of vanillin for people.
All right, that is really interesting. So is this class just for chemistry majors?
No, it is a chemistry class, and you do have to have a quarter of chemistry to get into it. But I felt I should open it up to other majors because natural products chemistry is an area that spans a lot of different areas. It involves not just organic chemistry, but also botany, ethnobotany, ecology, environmental science, medical areas such as pharmaceuticals and so on. And a lot of our important drugs come from pharmaceutical sources that come from plants. So I have opened it up to biology majors, environmental science majors, chemical engineering, and also all the students that are going on in pharmacy and pre-med and pre-dental, pre-veterinary, and so forth.
Oh, so how have some of your former students benefited from taking this course?
The vast majority of students that have gone through this course have gone on to not only get a bachelor's degree, but also on to graduate school. And we've had students go on for PhD work at schools like Caltech and UCLA. I've got a student right now that's finishing her PhD in virology at the University of Washington. We've also had students get positions at places like PNNL as senior research scientists, and we've had many students go on in pharmacy, medicine, go on to dental school, veterinary school, and so forth.
Very impressive. So what a great start to be able to do this undergraduate research at CBC. Thank you so much. Visit CBC's chemistry webpage for more information. Now don't go away. Up next, we'll meet a student who is conducting research and see how he is benefiting his future. With us now is second-year student Eric Pineda. Welcome, Eric.
Hello.
Now, what led you to decide to take the undergraduate research course?
Well, in my second quarter of chemistry, it was offered the opportunity to do analytical or the research of the natural plants with Karen, and her research and hearing the background was a little bit more apt to the medical field that I'm interested in.
Okay, and you said that there's two different types of research that you could have done?
Yeah, they have analytical and plant study, basically the essential oils of the plants.
Okay, so I understand you chose your own research project. Tell us about this.
Yeah, first they gave us a kind of trial run to get us through and show us the instrumentation. And then I did a little bit more research and came to find out that I was partial to the citrus field and found an area that I could develop a little bit. So I chose the quantitative study of the lime peel.
The lime peel,
Yeah.
Okay. So what have your present findings, or what are your present findings?
Well, it's still ongoing. The quantitative actual analysis is of limonene, which is found in the essential oil of the lime peel, and it's basically comparing the two key lime and Persian lime and seeing which one would be a better candidate for a higher yield of that chemical.
Okay, and what is limonene used for?
Limonene is used for various solvents, household cleaners. The food industry uses it, flavoring, perfumes. It's used in some biofuel applications, and they also use it in some chemotherapies.
Okay, so potentially
it's in everything and all that we consume, and you know, it's part of our everyday lives. It's just one of those things that's in the background.
So what opportunities does this research provide you?
Oh, the research, besides giving me the application of using the instrumentation, it stimulates critical thinking. Everything that I've actually learned in the class itself is applied to real-world scientific research, basically. So this undergraduate research gives you an opportunity to apply your knowledge and contribute to the scientific field.
Great.
Yeah.
And I understand one day you hope to be a dentist?
I do hope to be a dentist. This will actually help me in pursuing that career. So the analytical thinking, the actual applying of the knowledge learned will look good on my resume and is good for real-world applications.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Well, this concludes this month's Campus to Community. If you would like more information on the topics covered today, contact information will be made available at the end of the program. Visit us on the web at columbiabasin.edu or call 547-0511. For Campus to Community, I'm Dawn Alford. We'll see you next time.